Wow, Overdressed in Zero? How does this work? How do we get them? Let's talk about it. So first we have our reveals: Chakrabarti, Divine Dragon, Nirvana. Persona Ride: when you normal ride a Vanguard with the same name as this unit, draw a card, and this unit gets +5 until end of turn. This unit only, so it works differently than the TCG. Vanguard Circle: kind of must want to discard one card from your hand to call a Trickstar from your drop zone. And a Vanguard Circle once per turn, kind of must want to have this unit and all your units with Overdress get +3k until end of turn. So this is kind of like a weakened, adapted version of Nirvana. You're getting Persona Ride being like a less substantial thing. It's only +5 to Vanguard. You're only getting Overdress units +3 to all your Overdress units. Is it that big? I don't think so, but I think it's definitely something that's super neat. And I can't believe we have Overdress in this era of the Zero game. Next up, we have Verina. Overdress with Trickstar. Rearguard Circle: when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if it is Overdress, can must want to retire one of your opponent's grade 1 or greater rearguards. Of course, this isn't that great in Zero. You have to attack the Vanguard. In that case, well, your opponent's rearguards, grade 2s and whatnot are already cleared up already. Of course, it's great to snipe out grade 1 or above back row units, or grade 1 or grade 3 in the front row, I guess. Generally speaking, you're going to be focusing on the back row with this skill, but unfortunately you can't retire starters and whatnot. But it is nice. It is 9k now, no longer 10k, and how Nirvana is 11k, no longer 13k. So adapting it back to the TCG power stat lines of the original era. And Rearguard Circle once per turn, if this unit is in Overdress, it gets +5, so it's a 14k beater. But what is Overdress, right? We saw Overdress here, we saw Overdress here. What is Overdress? Overdress is a keyword from the TCG, from the new series Vanguard Overdress, OD. You may place it stacking on the specific unit instead of calling it to the Rearguard Circle. So these cards require Trickstar. This card requires Trickstar. So let's look at Trickstar. Trickstar is now a 4k, not a 5k anymore, with Resist. Now, Resist just means that your opponent cannot target this card with any card effects specifically. Sunrise Egg though. Sunrise Egg went from 6k to 5k. Vanguard Circle: at the start of your ride phase, return a grade 1 from your hand to ride a Blaze Maiden Reno from your deck. If you rode, you cannot normal ride during that turn, during that ride phase. In the Soul, when you ride Nirvana, the grade 3, you may remove the card and call Trickstar from outside your deck. So this is a spawn. What that means is you don't actually need to put Trickstar from your deck into your from your cards into your deck. It just spawns it, kind of like what Darkbond Trumpeter or kind of what like Raging Form Dragon does. You just make it from thin air. And so what is Blaze Maiden Reno? Well, Blaze Maiden Reno is grade 1 Vanguard Circle. At the start of your ride phase, if Sunrise Egg is in your soul, return a grade 2 from your hand to your deck to ride Blaze Maiden Ryu from your deck. If you rode, you cannot normal ride during that ride phase. And from Rearguard Circle, during your turn, if your Vanguard to Nirvana, it gets +2, so it's a 9k beater. And Ryu is kind of the grade 2 version, 9k. If your soul has Sunrise Egg, you can return a grade 3 from your hand to your deck to ride Nirvana. And then during your turn, if your Vanguard to Nirvana, it gets +2, so it's an 11k beater. I definitely think that this Overdress mechanic is definitely interesting. Overdress is definitely interesting. Is it that impactful? I don't think so right now. Face value, I don't think so. Of course, we don't know until we test it. Persona riding isn't as big as in the TCG. And the ride deck, yes, it's not as consistent as in the TCG, because you could discard anything rather than the discarding grade 2 for a grade 2, discarding grade 3 for a grade 3. But this style of a ride chain is definitely something that's interesting to see how it impacts the Zero mechanic, Zero metagame. And still 9k beaters and 11k beaters are more than welcome, So definitely very cool. I like what they did with Sunrise Egg. I like what they did with the ride deck idea, implementing into Zero. So that's super cool. Next up, we have the tower event. So this is the Mirage Tower. How it works is basically you beat the AI to progress, you go through different floors, and then you get medals. With the medals, you can then exchange for rewards. So if you look at the right side here, I cropped it up. You can actually exchange for the Overdress unit. So this is how you get them. So for example, Nirvana, you will need 10k. Verina, you need 2k, and then the right chain stuff for 400. You can also get the sleeves for 1k each. So those are really cool, really cool. And one of my favorite things about Zero is that you get sleeves for units that don't actually get their sleeves printed in real life. So you can still rep your favorite units, or the odds of that is just much higher in Zero. And of course, you can also exchange for the SP copies, but the cost will be different. Stay tuned for that. And there are various new key cards from set 18 that can be used to boost the drop rates, the drop rates for the points and whatnot from the Mirage Tower event. So what does this mean? Of course, this means that, well, of course, the Legion era starts with set 18. So if you're going to be trying to catch up with the Legion stuff, go for it. And if you use those new cards in this event, then you'll get extra points to get extra Overdress stuff. So this is really exciting. Of course, this is not the first time we saw Overdress represented in Zero. We got the Yu skin and Megumi skin and all that kind of accessory stuff a while back. But this is the first time that Overdress cards and units are officially coming to Zero. They're being adapted, stat lines are changing, skills are changing, mechanics are changing. Really, really exciting. Let me know down below what you think about the changes. I think they are exactly how I would expect it. This is like more than what I expected. I think that the adjustment to the stat lines, I think that's pretty obvious. Implementing the ride chain, the ride deck, I think is super interesting. And Overdress is definitely something that they're trying to push, and I'm just super surprised that they didn't bring it to Zero in the first place, so props to them. It caught me off guard, and I hope you're excited for it too. In addition, of course, if you want to rep your protagonist, you can go get this. I'm just bringing this up because Yu is there, so this is the Overdress video, so I'm just going to be doing this. Yu's there on 2 of the 6 sleeves. This is the Dai Vangasai, so this is a kind of like a event in Japan. They do this yearly, I believe, and you can achieve this through friend fight medals. So go do that if you're a JB player. I'm just so excited for JB players. You know, you get a lot of good stuff. You got Legion stuff that I think I will cover soon, and of course Overdress stuff that you can kind of play around with. And I hope to see how this could change up the meta. I think if Global gets this early, like next month, I think this could be really, really big, because you know, we're getting more Kagero support, Dragon Empire, also Murakumo is getting more support. You can actually clone, like, something super interesting that just popped up. You can actually clone Trickstar and Overdress with it, and it should stay on the board, right? That's super interesting. So I mean, of course, all these Dragon Empire cards can work with any Dragon Empire clan. So Kagero, Narukami, Murakumo, Numatama, all your fixings. So let me know down below what you are most hyped to mix these units with. Like, which clan do you think will work best with Overdress and friends, with Yu's friends? I think, you know, there might be a reason why they put a Shingo there. Yeah. Anyways, let me know down below what your thoughts are. If you're hyped about this as much as I am, hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you all really, really soon. Bye.